this time I wanted to talk about something that is the alchemist. Do you want to become the magician of your own life? So I found something that will help me cope with that emptiness feeling that will come out of nowhere sometimes, and it's gratitude. So stay tuned and learn about 5 ways you can practice gratitude in your life. So gratitude, and if you've heard this before, give yourself another chance because it does work. And the wonderful thing about gratitude is that it's like you're making magic. You're an alchemist, because where there's emptiness feeling, where there's a lack feeling and despair feeling, even sometimes it's converted into joy through gratitude. I know that sometimes for some reason I get overwhelmed, maybe because memory imprints from the past or traumatic events that happened to me and painful memories, and my brain is trying to, maybe something triggered it or some events trigger it to make that feeling show up. So what I do is that I remind myself, I honor the feeling, I don't shut it down, I don't suppress it. One way to have some compassion for ourselves and transform these memory imprints that maybe we have from things that we don't know were traumatic and were, or we don't remember the memories or the events because we were too young or things like that. A way to navigate these feelings and have that emptiness feeling, hopelessness feeling, transform it into I'm safe, I'm okay feeling, is through gratitude. And this is a good cognitive way of creating new neuropaths in our brain through gratitude. Through, instead of, it's like a mental exercise, because our brain, we can exercise it as if like we go to the gym. So gratitude is a great exercise you can practice every day. Plus, sometimes through the busyness of life, we start becoming unaware of our blessings. We start to forget how lucky and blessed we are, and we start to be carried away and worry too much about really things that don't matter that much, or are kind of mundane. And we think that our life is just lost its meaning, and it becomes too repetitive and things like that. So to bring us back and not get lost in it, in the mundane, simple events of everyday life, is gratitude. When we bring things that we have to our awareness, is part of our gratitude practice. Public libraries, and they're wonderful places to learn, to educate yourself. You don't even have to buy books. You can have them there in the library. Free cultural activities, for example, like here there's so many free cultural and art activities, festivals that you can go. Warm water, which is something a lot of people don't have around the world. And it's just these little simple things that we end up taking for granted in our mundane life, in our everyday life, that a lot of people don't have, are the things that we have and we can add to our gratitude. So the first activity that you can start practicing with for your gratitude practice is you can create a jar and you decorate it outside with pieces or my gratitude jar, and you can decorate it with butterflies and stickers or something that makes you feel happy. And then every day you write in a little piece of paper something you're grateful for, even if it's one thing. And then you fold it and then you put it in your jar. And you collect it until it's full, and you can have a celebration when the jar's full and read them all. Another good gratitude practice is, and this helps a lot with anxiety, is like before bed, you journal. Before bed, everything you are grateful for that day. And now you can always remember to add something that includes you, that you're grateful for you, that you do, that you have something that you did for yourself. And sometimes that writing it in pen and paper, you start going and you start thinking, oh my God, I'm grateful for this. And then when you realize you have so many things to be grateful that your hand starts hurting. And this adds so much serenity, and you even have better sleep. Another way you can practice this if you're a mommy and you have your babies, your children, is to also teach them this practice, and you can do it with them as an activity, and you can draw every day one thing you're grateful for together. If you're like me that you struggle to face the day every day, you can write in a little piece of paper the biggest thing you're grateful for, either for that you did for yourself or someone. And you write it in a piece of paper or a blessing, whatever it is, and you fold it, and then you put it in your pocket or somewhere where you're going to see it the first thing the next day in the morning, or you fold it and you carry it in your purse so you can always go to it. The last gratitude practice is contribution. When we realize that we are blessed in so many ways, paying it forward also continues this gratitude practice, and it has a ripple effect. And it could be simple things like holding the door for someone, or smiling to someone, or saying hi to someone that day, and just paying it forward. And contribution also helps a lot with that emptiness feeling, because I remember that emptiness feeling before, and something that really helped me feel fulfilled was volunteering at the cat shelter, because there was nobody there to see me, and it was just between something for me and helping those little baby cats that were alone and they were recovering because they were sick or things like that. It was just fulfilling. It made me feel so helpful and happy to be there. So let's start practicing, and write below 3 things in the comments that you're grateful for today. Don't forget that I also offer free resources. Below there's the links for my top 7 personal development books, a quiz that it gives you a customized guide to match your answers. And if you want to learn more about my programs, you can visit bossofmyfeelings.com for more emotional intelligence tools.